My name is Sandra Santiago. For the past 10 years, I've been searching for beautiful locations to visit. I fell in love with California and all it has to offer. Food, culture, wine, and this is my channel. It's Sandra. All right, so today on my episode, I have a beautiful couple that I love and admire. And let me introduce you, my friend Mara and her husband here. And you're parents of two beautiful kids.
Yes.
And tell me how, having two kids, how you overcome all the obstacles that you have gone through having or starting a new family.
Sure. Well, Alex is a business consultant. So he consults a bunch of different artists on how to do their art and handle their current environment and life. So having him, having that as his career, if we didn't create a life where we were both still able to pursue our dreams, then it would be kind of silly and not make a lot of sense as to that being his job. So I think that he plays a huge role in that because he's constantly making sure that we continue to put an organization into our lives. But also it's kind of neither one of us feel alive unless we're creating. And so it's not really an option for either of us, I think. So I think that's how it really came about in the beginning was I personally, if I'm not acting or creating content or painting anything artistic, I kind of go into, for lack of a better word, a depression. I'm not motivated, I'm not happy, and I'm not fun to be around.
Okay, I see in your house here, there is a big sign over there that says create, 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 which is what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Mama said create, create, create.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's so cool. So what are the main obstacles that you have overcome? I know that I'm myself a mom too, and I know I had my own obstacles when my kids were little. So tell me, what is the obstacles that you have right now with your babies?
Yeah, so what's cool is we have really viewed this as just a new thing to learn and adapt to and embrace. So it's funny, I feel like for some people, yes, they could view it as an obstacle or a challenge, but we kind of just view it as, oh, this is just kind of expanding. It's the next level, right? So some of the new things that came to our life, well, you barely get any sleep. That's definitely something that you did not have as an issue before, right? And we had to figure out, okay, who's going to take care of them during the night? Who's going to take care of them during the morning, right? And who's going to have the career? We've shifted at one point, I was the breadwinner. At another point, she was a breadwinner. Now at this point, we're both generating money. So it's just been, we've always just viewed it as a game. And I think the main thing has just been us needing to decide what our roles were going to be, both as parents, but also as husband and wife. And when we locked in on that, we were able to just kind of move past it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, to add to what you're saying, I think it's very easy to get stuck in the problems of it. And I think especially in modern day society, it's as a woman, you're expected to climb the corporate ladder, be the most beautiful thing anyone's ever seen, raise your perfect children, keep a very tidy house, and somehow still be happy. And you're oh, okay. And I think that for me, in the immediate, right after I had Sunny, who's our oldest daughter, she's 2.5 now, but in that first 6 to 8 months, I was really okay, I don't understand. And at that point, I had a social media managing business that was growing very rapidly, and I really liked it because I was becoming successful, right? And that feels good.
Yeah.
But I had to take a moment and be okay, wait, do I want her to be proud of me because I built an empire?
Yes.
But not really know me?
not being there
Yeah,
when she needed you, right?
exactly.
Because you're so busy creating, but then you don't create in your family, and then because then you feel the guilt. I'm not creating as a mom.
Mom guilt's such a thing.
As a business owner, as an entrepreneurial mom, but the other part of you is kind of like missing, right?
Exactly. And then I was like, or do I want like to have all these memories with her, but then like, what if she's like not proud of me, you know? Because she's a new baby, so like I don't know what her viewpoints are on like success, you know what I mean? Like obviously she's her own being,
Yes.
but it was just like for me it really like tore me apart, and I kind of decided that the only way to do it was to do both. But in deciding that, and it's funny because Alex actually helped me with this, I had to sit down and like really decide what my goals were.
Yeah.
And that's always been our successful action, is like at the beginning of every year, actually on New Year's Day, we like go somewhere with no phone service and we write down what our goals are for the year. And it's funny because when we look back at them, we've always achieved like 75-ish% of them, and we get a little wild with our goals.
Oh wow, amazing.
But it really helps to put it there. And I think like marriage, parenthood, career-wise, like unless we decide and then like as a team go, okay, like how are we gonna tackle this and actually put a plan together?
Decide and make it happen, right?
Yeah,
because you guys are so young and you decided to get married, to build an empire, and to build a family at the same time. And then you have your goals, you write your goals, and then you follow them. And I guess that's what happiness is all about, right? Like following that path and achieve that path.
Yeah. So one thing that I struggled with when I was starting out as an artist was exactly what you said. There's so much I need to do. There's so much I should be doing. But I'm the musician. Shouldn't I just be doing music?
Exactly.
And how do I actually build myself up as an artist? And, you know, when I was talking with my fellow artists, the solution to becoming successful is always, well, just do your art. I was like, cool. And then, like, what else should we be doing? Well, you should just do your art.
Yeah.
It's like, great. Yep, got that. That's a part of it, right? So that's good. What else? Just do more of it, right? And it's like, okay, cool. So when I took a step back and I looked at it for myself, artists are not really any different from an entrepreneur when you consider, well, an artist has something that they're giving to society, right? Cool. So what does a company do? They give something to society, right?
And what is the exchange?
Right, there has to be some exchange there. Well, in order for the society to want what the artist has to give, you have to generate interest from the society, right?
So we had to create interest first.
Right, marketing, right? Promotion, right? People have to know you in order to actually want what you have, right?
People need to know you.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah, and then there has to be like something that closes the deal, right? If you want to look at it.
That's the most important thing, closing the deal, because if you don't close the deal, you don't have that.
Yeah, exactly. And if you look at sales, if you kind of take away any like icky feeling you might have about sales, it's really agreement, right? It's getting some form of agreement there, right? You like this kind of music? Great. Well, I can create that kind of music. You want this kind of character for your movie? Perfect. I can create that character for you, right? So it's just gaining agreement on that, and then, of course, delivering that. Delivering it can be as simple as the audition. It can be going on set and filming the character, right? So when I had that realization, I was like, great. So if I actually got more structured and more organized and tried to wear these different roles and not just be the artist, but be the CEO of my artist career and ensure marketing and sales and, of course, the art is happening, then I could succeed. So I got trained in that. In getting trained through it, I was like, wow, what if I, as a career, helped my fellow artists while working on my art? And that's where it all started 4 years ago, and been doing it ever since, and just love it.
Awesome. So you started as a musician, right?
Yep.
and then you apply that in your own career, and then you have success on it, and then now you're helping other artists to have the same success that you have.
Yep.
Okay, and eventually you just meet with them and you give them a coaching session about how they can handle their career and how they can grow. Tell me a little bit more about that.
What I typically do is I give people a free consultation. The way that I measure, like, am I going the right direction, is if I'm helping more artists each year. So even a consultation, as long as the artist comes away from it with an action plan, which is the intention, you walk away with your own set of actions that you can do on your own. And if you want further help, we can definitely go through that together.
Okay.
But as long as I'm accomplishing that and the number of artists I'm helping is increasing, then I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose.
Okay.
So that's why I do the free consultations, right? Because sometimes people just need a little conversation. Most artists know what they need to do. They just need to have the space and the dedicated time to actually look at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So confronting exactly what you want, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, me as an artist, confronting my career has been a little bit of a challenge. Why? Because confronting what you really want and be honest with yourself and say, you know what, that's what I want. And regardless of what other people want. So it's the most challenging thing. And if you have another terminal that you can communicate that, you know what, that you feel safe.
Yeah.
Because then in this case, you're a consultant and then you feel safe to tell you, hey, you know what, this is what I want. How can I get there?
Sure.
You see that? So it's difficult to tell your mom, your dad, or your friends because you feel maybe that they will not understand or they will invalidate you or they will put a counter intention in what you want. And normally sometimes they do without bad intentions. Have you realized that?
Totally.
Yeah, it's like your mom tries to protect you or your dad or your family. Oh yeah, you should get that, but why don't you get this one better? I was like, I don't want that one.
Yeah.
I want that one.
I mean, I think it's interesting because especially in LA, it's this idea of like, I mean, don't settle, you know? Like if you date a guy for more than like a couple months, then like you're gonna get tied down. I'm like, oh my God, what if you give, I'll never forget. I told one of my friends when I got pregnant with Sunny, and she was like, oh my God, what are you gonna do? And I was like, I'm gonna have a baby. And she was like, what? But your career is going to be over. You're never going to have time to do anything.
Exactly.
And you're just going to be a mom and you're going to get fat. And like, she didn't say you're going to get fat, but like you can see all these like ideas like running through her head. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we're trying to ensure doesn't happen. Because even when we started dating, I never posted about him because I was so afraid that I was gonna like lose followers. Because my brand was not that of
the couple brand, right?
No,
it was only about my brand, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and I had a lot of guys who followed me, and like that would have like just completely torn it apart. And then finally, I was like, you know what? I don't want this as my brand. Like I want to be real, and I had this idea that like. I was operating off of this too, but it's like a very like real thing in our culture right now of like guys just suck. Like they just suck. And you know, being with a man will hold you down. And there's all these things and it's like, look, guys, not all guys suck.
Yeah. We're more successful now than when we started dating, and a huge part of that is she pushed me and I pushed her. One,
my daughters are like, I have such a purpose in ensuring that they are self-determined and confident because I was like watching my stepmom as a child at just like pick her body apart, you know, like I'm this and I'm this and I'm this, and she was like 100 pounds. And so I'm like, I was always just like, wow, I mean, I guess women like look at themselves this way. And so I found myself doing the same thing as a teenager, like, oh, I hate my hair, I hate my stomach, I hate my, like just like tearing myself apart. I'm too loud, I talk too much, you know? And I feel like because I watched that, that's what I did.
Oh, I see.
And so I really want to instill in my daughters that it's okay to be confident. Like it doesn't mean that you're arrogant or self-centered. Like it's okay to know that you got it. Since we found out that we were having a daughter the first time, it was something that has been like an idea for me. And then a friend of mine and I were actually talking about how there's just not any cute like mommy and me clothes that aren't cheesy. You know, like
I just saw you, girl. She looks so cute.
She's
both of them. They have all these, all these cute little things on their bodies. Oh my God, they're so adorable. So where can we find your clothing line?
It's mamasaidbabe.com.
Okay.
And I make non-cheesy mommy and me clothes, and we have a whole array of sizes. We go to 3X.
Wow.
And from extra small to 3X, and we carry from newborn all the way to 8, size 8. So your newborn to your 8-year-old could wear our clothing.
What do you think is the role of an artist in society?
To instill it with inspiration and this idea that you can improve any situation that you're in, like at all. There is always a solution, and I feel like artists are one of the best people to create that effect, because it's like when you see an inspirational movie, or you see someone perform on stage, or you see a piece of art, it can take you out of wherever you're currently in, and then you can realize, wow, so I don't have to be stuck in wherever I'm at or whatever I'm feeling. I can actually decide to get out of it. I can do something about it, and art is just what I see 10 out of 10 times always do that for me and others. So
you can do something about it, right?
Yep.
Well, thank you so much, and
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you guys are in my channel, and we came here very early morning, and Amara just made an amazing acai bowl for us.
Ooh.
And I brought some coffee, so let's have some. So Mara made this for us. This is so yummy. It has like mango. What else? Tell me.
Coconut, granola, banana, and then like in the mixture is like a bunch of different fruits that I blended together. It's mostly acai, but it's a super food, and it's what we have for breakfast most of the time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much,
Sandra.
Thank you.